Is Gavi the new Renato Sanches? This is the real question. Is Gavi the new Renato Sanches? Because I see Gavi now, what I saw in Renato Sanches when he went to Bayern Munich and after the Euro. I'm not even joking. I'm Portuguese. I watched the Euro 2016 and I'm not gonna lie, beautiful Euro. Portugal went through hell to get to that final and then win and got lucky probably in winning. I'm gonna be real. They got very lucky in winning. And Renato Sanches was obviously the best young player in that Euro. And everybody thought that he was gonna be a straight talent who was gonna have a big, good future ahead of him. And yes, he came from Benfica, so I saw him in Benfica, and he was a phenomenal player, phenomenal talent, phenomenal kid at his age, and it was phenomenal to watch. And then Bayern came to buy him. A big club, big name, the biggest club in Germany came to buy him, and everybody was like, wow, young talent, amazing. He's gonna go crazy there, everything. And then injuries hit him. Injuries hit him, and he just couldn't let go of injuries. He was always injured. He was injury prone. I'm gonna be real. And if I'm being so honest, I see in Gavi right now. I actually see in Gavi. It's so sad to say it, and people might hate me for it. People might hate and say, nah, because people love Gavi, especially Barca fans that love Gavi and all that. But I'm being real. I'm being so real, and it's the truth. And you gotta really take to consideration the truth, because the truth is Gavi cannot stay healthy. Gavi is always getting injured. And Barcelona, a team like Barcelona, who is always competing for the Champions League, competing for La Liga against Real Madrid, I don't see them keeping Gavi for longer. I don't see them keeping Gavi for longer. Because they need to keep going. They need to keep going. They're a team like Real Madrid or whatever. If the player starts slowing down, they need to keep going. And they let players go. You know what I mean? You have to let players go. And I see Gavi not staying at Barcelona for no longer, bro. I'm being so real. I think Gavi is going to go because, look, he played the first game, amazing game, which I'll touch on the 5-0 of Barcelona winning in the opening, and it's amazing. But Gavi gets injured, and we are here to talk about Gavi. And I think Gavi is the new Renato Sanches, because Renato Sanches had the ability, young, beautiful midfielder, and injuries hit him, and he disappeared. And also, I'm bringing this up because, yes, I knew Renato Sanches a lot. And I remember watching him, Euros, watching him in Benfica before he even went to Bayern Munich and he disappeared. I remember seeing him. And that kid was so good in the midfield. So strong, fight for every single ball. His technique was beautiful. His vision was beautiful. It was amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch that kid play. And then he went to Bayern Munich and injuries caught him and he just never recovered. And I actually done a video in the main channel, which I think will come out soon. I can't remember. It will come out soon. And it was one of the kids that disappeared. And Renato Sanches is one of those wonder kids that just disappeared out of the football. And it's the truth. And I see Gavi literally happen because we all know Gavi. Amazing talent, beautiful midfielder, such a strong midfielder, everything. But now he's always injured. He played like 10 games last season. And now he got injured already on the first game. And for a team like Barcelona, for you to have that in a team like Barcelona, you're not only going to lose the first team spot, and probably even more, but they ain't going to keep you around. They are not going to keep a player that's always injured around in a team as big as Barcelona. They just won't, because it's just a waste of money, it's a waste of space, blah, 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 blah. And he is an amazing player. But now I'm seeing Renato Sanches in him. And it's not good. We all know Gavi blew up when he was young, just like Yamal, but not as young as Yamal. But he blew up when he was very, very young, like 17 or something. And he was a promising player. And he was still a promising player. And now injuries is eating him up, and people are forgetting about Gavi, except from Barcelona fans. Which I don't want no hate from Barcelona fans in comments or whatever. I don't want no hate from Barcelona fans. Yes, I prefer Real Madrid over Barcelona, but I don't have no hate. I love football. I don't have hate on none of the teams. I just prefer Real Madrid over Barcelona. But yeah, and now let's talk about the win. Let's talk about the win, because 5-0, they violated Elche. They were violated 5-0. They absolutely demolished that team. And I'm not going to lie, Elche did play bad. They did play bad. Don't get wrong, they played bad. But when you see a Barcelona team playing that good, I don't think even if they played good, they could outstand more than 2 or 3 goals. Even if they played good or played at the back. So I'm not going to lie, yes, they played bad, but the Barcelona team just ate them alive. That Barcelona is playing football right now. And I'm not going to lie, the new signings of fitting in so good. Gordon and Adeyemi are fitting in so good to Barcelona, that it's like you would even tell that they both came from different teams and they just arrived in Barcelona. You would even tell because they fitting in so good, so easy, and they were playing such good football with the rest of the team. You would even tell that they're new signings. And Adeyemi is killing it out there. Adeyemi is killing it. I can't even believe that nobody else thought of picking up this guy and let Barcelona pick him up for that little money. They picked him up for what, like 30 million? For a player that's still 24 years old, still has a big future ahead of him, and is a player that is his work ethic is just so high. Like, he's always running, he's always pushing, he's always trying his hardest. He's a player that always tries and always helps the team in every single game, even if you're losing or winning. And he is that type of player. So I don't know how he went for that little. I don't know how Barcelona got him that easily. But that kid came in and you don't even notice that he was not even in Barcelona, because he is playing like he was already there for years. Like, I'm not even joking. It's a straight start, and I think he's gonna have a big future in Barcelona. And there's gonna be problems with other players. So it's still a bit early to talk about it, but there's going to be problems because there is a lot of wingers and there's going to be a lot of competition. And Gordon also comes in. Gordon plays extraordinary, gets 2 assists, and he could have got a goal and assist. He could have got a goal. He was 1-to-1 with the keeper and he passes it to the side, giving Fermin Lopez the goal. I'm not going to lie, that is a very, very big shot, and very big shot to Barcelona players and to everybody out there that he is a team player and that Barcelona has no animosity. Because if that was Real Madrid, let's be real, if that was Real Madrid and that was Mbappe and Vini up there, I'm not going to lie, whichever one had the ball is going to take the shot. Now, that's the difference between Real Madrid and Barcelona, is because if that was Real Madrid, that player would have taken the shot. But we can see that Barcelona, they play as a team. So now we got individuality and a team. So we can tell that Barcelona plays as a team. They play as a team. And we just saw it from the new signing Gordon, that he comes in, and yes, he could have got a goal and make it look good in his debut of La Liga. He could have got a goal and an assist. It would have looked so good, right? Like, Adeyemi got a goal in his debut. He could have got a goal and an assist in his debut, but he chooses it to pass to the side, which I'm not going to lie, I think that's a bigger shot and a bigger impact than him scoring the goal. I'm being so real. I really think that is a bigger impact than him scoring the goal, because he passed it to the side and he tells everybody, I'm here for Barcelona and I'm not here for me. They paid this much money, so I'm going to be here for the club. And that's what I literally like. I think that is a very big impact what he done, and it will be a big impact on Barcelona players, and it will be very good, positive for him. Also, Lamine Yamal. See, I'm gonna touch on everything because Lamine Yamal played horrible. He's been playing horrible since the World Cup. And I'm not gonna lie, he gets subbed off on the 60th minute, and he might be cooked. But I'm gonna leave that for another video. I might touch it on a little bit more. But today we are talking more about Gavi. And I'm not gonna lie, Gavi's situation is not looking very good, because now he's out. And we don't know how long he's going to be out for. That's the problem. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. And I'm seriously, when I say it, he's looking like he's gonna be the Renato Sanches 2.0. And I hope I'm mistaken. Because for the sake of Barcelona and for the sake of Barcelona fans, I know they all love Gavi. He's a phenomenal player, just like Renato Sanches was. But now injuries is catching up to him, and he just can't let go of injuries. So now it's looking like Barcelona is going to have to do something because they're a team that is going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something. So I don't know what they're going to do, but it's not going to be good for Gavi either way. If he doesn't get healthy and starts playing again, then Barcelona, I see Barcelona letting him go because Barcelona needs to keep that engine going. You know what I mean? They need to keep that engine going like they keep going. Because I'm not gonna lie, after that game, they are looking like they're gonna take La Liga again. And yes, it's just the first game. People will say, yeah, relax. It's just the first. Yeah, it is the first game. It is the first game. That's why I'm not talking too much. But let's be real. If we were comparing Real Madrid's first game to Barcelona's first game, hey, La Liga is on one team and one team only, and that's Barcelona. We might have to give it to them. I'm not gonna lie, because Real Madrid looks shaky, and they barely got the win 2-1 against Espanyol. Which yes, Espanyol is considerably a stronger team than Elche, but it don't matter at the end of the day because the football that Real Madrid showed and the football that Barcelona showed there is levels. There is levels, and Barcelona showed beautiful football, and even swapping the players around, even subs and everything, they looked even better. So now that's concerning for Real Madrid because when Real Madrid subbed in the players, you know what I mean? It was not good. It was not good. The team played worse. When he subbed in the new signings and everything, the team was playing bad. I'm gonna be real. The team was playing bad. But yes, there was more new signings for Real Madrid. So yes, you kind of expect that, but not that bad. Especially for world class players, you don't expect it for the football to be that bad, even if you bring a lot of new signings. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Barcelona are looking way scary and looking like they might take the La Liga for the third time in a row. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so I just wanted to come out here and talk a little bit about this. I think I covered most of it. I could keep going, I'm gonna be real. Because there is a lot to talk about. Like Lamine Yamal. Let's talk about Lamine Yamal for a second, because Lamine Yamal might have a challenge. He might be cooked up now. He just realized when he got subbed off that there is challenge. For the first time in his career, there is challenge. There's challenge in his position. There is challenge in his position. And I think he just realized it. Because now Gordon comes in for him and assists two goals. And then we got Adeyemi, who scored a goal. We got Rafinha, who scored 2 goals and got an assist, if I'm not mistaken. We got Fermin Lopez, who got 2 goals. But yes, he's a middle player. So I'm talking about the wingers. We got Rafinha, who scored 2 goals. We got Gordon, who assisted 2. And we got Adeyemi, who scored a goal. And then we got Yamal, who don't do nothing. So now we got like, you know what I mean? Now Lamine Yamal knows that he is in trouble now. And Hansi Flick is that coach that will go like, my mans, if you're not performing, I'm going to have to take you. I don't care who you are, your name, your statue. I don't care. I don't care. If you're not performing in my team, we're going to have to take you out. And I totally agree with him. Because if Barcelona is starting to lose games, the one that's going to be the risk of leaving the club is not Lamine Yamal. It's going to be Hansi Flick. So I totally agree with what he does. Because it's the truth. If you're not performing in the game, it don't matter who you are, you're coming out. And he showed it, and he sent a message to Lamine Yamal saying, my mans, you better stop putting up your game, because now you got competition. Now you got good wingers who are putting the effort in and putting everything in and putting the stats, the you know what I mean, everything in. And now you ain't doing nothing. You ain't providing Barcelona with nothing. So now you are at risk of not playing that much game times because you are not performing that well anymore. So I'm not gonna lie, it's looking kind of tough. It's looking tough for Lamine Yamal. But Gavi on the other hand is looking horrible, because I see Gavi really leaving Barcelona, and I don't see Barcelona keeping him for much longer, because I don't think any big team will keep a player that's that injury prone that longer. And it's already bad because he's young. He's young and he's already getting all these injuries. It only leads him to one path, and that's Renato Sanches' path. Hopefully he gets better, and hopefully I'm wrong, because I don't want that for no player. Because what I saw in Renato Sanches, I don't want that for no player. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen with Gavi. I'm gonna be real. Hey, But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to come here and touch on, because I just thought in my head, I was like, yo, my mans, this is really the same thing that happened to Renato Sanches, and it's not good for any Barcelona player and every Barcelona fans, because I know Barcelona fans love him. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched many of my video, my waffling, I really do appreciate it. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, bro. Let me know what you guys think in any single video. Let me know what you guys think. I am very interested, and let me know if I'm right, if I'm wrong, or whatever, bro. I'll catch you guys in the next.